All right, let's talk about something that gives every Tally user a bit of a nightmare: data corruption. It's that stressful, business stopping moment. But here's the good news. With the latest TallyPrime release, the way we handle this has been completely transformed.
Oh, we have all been there. You go to open your company data and bam, you're hit with one of these messages. Your heart just sinks, right? Well, today we're going to learn how to take control of that moment of panic.
It could be a sudden power cut right in the middle of a voucher entry, or someone accidentally unplugging a network cable, maybe even just shutting down your computer the wrong way. These are usually the triggers for that absolute nightmare scenario. The panic is totally real, but believe me, the fix doesn't have to be a headache anymore.
Let's just take a second to remember how this used to go down. An error like this kicked off a long, super frustrating process, didn't it? Making phone calls, waiting around for a technician, all while your entire business is on hold for hours. Well, you can forget all that. That whole process is now obsolete. So, how exactly does this new solution work? Well, to really get it, we first need to kind of reframe what repair actually means. It's not just some technical patch. Nope, it's a really sophisticated organizing process. And there's a simple analogy that makes it all click. I want you to think of your Tally data not as a bunch of files, but as this perfectly organized library. See, every master is linked to a voucher, and every voucher is linked to a report. A power cut? That's like a mini earthquake hitting your library. The books, your transactions, they're all still there, but they're scattered everywhere. The repair function, that's your librarian. It's the one who comes in, meticulously picks up every single book, and puts it right back on the correct shelf in exactly the right order.
Okay, so why is this such a huge deal in TallyPrime Release 7.0 specifically? It's because our librarian just got a massive upgrade. The new Smart Repair isn't just a small tweak, it's a complete evolution in how Tally looks after your data's integrity.
The difference between the old way and the new way is just night and day. In the past, repair was risky. You had to remember to take a manual backup, and the scan itself was often just scratching the surface. But Release 7.0 brings two total game changers to the table: an automated autosave backup for safety and deep scan technology for speed and accuracy. Let's break those down.
First up, safety. And this is huge. Before Release 7.0 even thinks about touching a single byte of your corrupted data, it automatically creates a temporary safe copy. So what does that mean for you? It means you can run the repair process with total peace of mind. If anything goes wrong, for any reason, your original data is still safe and sound, completely untouched. It literally protects you from making a bad situation even worse. And second, the sheer intelligence of this new process. This isn't just a simple file check. The deep scan technology goes layers deep, right into the Tally definition language itself. It actively hunts for those orphan transactions, the books that fell behind the shelves. And it intelligently relinks them to where they're supposed to be. The results? A much, much faster and way more successful recovery. Okay, so we get the why. Now let's get to the how. Taking control of data repair is now incredibly straightforward. Seriously, I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, and you'll see just how simple it is. It's just 4 simple steps. First thing, at the Select Company screen, you just highlight the company you need to fix. And this is key. Do not hit Enter. Second, press F1 for help. Pop over to Troubleshooting, and then select Repair. Third, Tally will just ask you to double-check that you've got the right company. And finally, you click Yes. A progress bar shows up, and as soon as it hits 100%, your company just opens automatically. That's it. Your library is back in perfect order. So the tool is obviously really powerful, but a true pro knows how to set the stage for success. So let's just quickly cover a few best practices to make sure your data repair is always smooth and effective. The logic here is pretty simple. You can't really repair a house while people are still walking around inside, right? So before you start, make sure you've created a quiet environment. If you're on a multi-user network, make sure everyone is logged out of Tally. It's also a good idea to just briefly pause your antivirus software. And finally, just making sure your computer's hard disk is healthy in general, well, that's crucial for your overall data safety. So, let's end on this thought. This enhanced repair feature in TallyPrime Release 7.0, it really transforms you from being a potential victim of data corruption into a proactive manager of your company's most vital asset. The question isn't really if you can fix it anymore. The question is, how well do you maintain it? Your data is the absolute backbone of your business, and being prepared to support it, well, that's the best strategy you can have.